I don't know. Where is everybody? I'm here on time, as always. Where is everybody? Have you all been eaten by slugs? Hey, we ain't in fine time. Am I right, folks? Welcome to another Friday stream. It is I, Connor. Today we're talking Dot and Bubble and also your thoughts on 73 yards, which was surprisingly, probably, maybe my favorite episode of this series so far. Who knew? I was kind of not. I don't know. I didn't know if I don't know how I felt about it, but it turned out to be one of my favorite episodes of the series for sure. It's kind of in a bit of a. I'm kind of contemplating which one I like more, Dot and Bubble. No, 73 yards or boom. I don't know. You started mid sentence there. Did I? I think sometimes here's the weird thing about YouTube, right? You you start and I've noticed this. I start the live stream and I always wait normally about 15 seconds on the timer because I can see a timer right there. I normally wait about 15 seconds because when I first started doing these live streams, it would cut off. It would I would start mid sentence like I guess I just did then. But like normally if you wait 15 seconds, it doesn't do that. But we were on the countdown and then you were mid sentence. There's a countdown? I didn't even know that. There's a countdown? I didn't know that. That's cool. I'm glad there's a countdown. That's sick. But anyway, I can't decide if I enjoy Dot and Bubble. Why do I keep saying Dot and Bubble? Because we're talking about it today. Sorry, I can't decide if I enjoy 73 yards more or Boom. I don't think I'll enjoy Dot and Bubble more than 73 yards or Boom, quite frankly. I think it looks terrible. Maybe it's because I'm going to work tomorrow. I'm working on Saturday, which I don't normally do, but I'm working tomorrow. So all I can think about is just going and waking up and doing the review and then leaving there and going straight to work, which makes me feel very sad. Hi Adam, how you going? Evening Al, how you doing? Yeah, it's funny. I guess like this episode is just it doesn't seem to be generating any hype. I guess that's why. Love the skit at the beginning of your 73 yards review. That was Aiden. I'll give Aiden that. Aiden said let's do it. If that was this week, I couldn't do it. But yeah, it was good. Aiden, it's 11:30 a.m. It is currently 6:36 here in Perth. How are you guys feeling about this episode? Because I'm not really. I want to say I'm looking forward to it. Look, I think it looks okay. Do I think it looks like it's going to be great? Not really. Um, I don't know why. Look, Russell said he got this idea from. It's going to be filler. Says Sarah. Okay, that's a good way of putting it. But when we only have an 8 episode series, why is there filler? It just doesn't make sense. And this is another one of those episodes where Shooty was busy filming the final season of Sex Ed. So, you know, Ben Thompson says, Dawn Bubble has a very how do you do fellow kids kind of vibe to it. Could be very cringy depending on how they handle the social media people and stuff. If anyone will manage to do it right, it's RTD. Yeah, I can see it being good. Like I can see it being enjoyable. Um, I just don't think. I think it's just kind of cringe, and I think the whole Black Mirror thing has kind of had its day and had its time. Um, I think that you know this is an idea that Russell pitched to Steven in like 2010 or something, and it's like just because you got the money to do it now doesn't mean necessarily you should do it. I think is my takeaway, but and two Doctor Companion lights. I know that what Sarah said. Something about what did you say? It's like how okay, so it's gonna be kind of Companion and Doctor Light. I don't know how I feel about this shit. Okay, because 73 yards it got away with it because personally, I think it's great. But it's like I just think that it's not right to do it in the same. It's like how is the Doctor just going to be on like a screen like me right now, being like, "Don't go down this alleyway. You're gonna die." It's like, do I want to see that shit? Not really. Oh my god, Oz Chris is in the chat. I feel like, oh my god, I'm so lucky. I love Oz Chris. I'm sorry, I've been meaning. I've been meaning to pay a visit into the Mad Men podcast, but whenever they go live, it's about 1 p.m. Perth time, and I'm always at work, and I do want to plan one of my lunches around it because I love that show. I always try to tune in. It's funny. Jimmy's on it. Jimmy's a fucking loose cannon. I love him. Russell wrote 6. That's why there's filler. Russell wrote 6. Yeah, he did. He did. Adam says, I think this may be an episode I only watched once. Yeah, there's a few Jodie episodes I've only watched like twice. One when they originally aired and a rewatch for the podcast. Ben Thompson says, definitely one of the low rated ones of the series though, that's for sure. I just don't know why we need it. Like, there surely should be like nothing but bangers. It's 8 episodes. Like, come on. It seems a bit cringe. It's like just because you can do it now because you've got the budget doesn't mean you should do it. I don't know. Sarah says it reminds me of a teenage book I read years ago where people had chips in their brains that could text with just their thinking and see it on the screen on their eye. That's what I mean. It's kind of just been done before. It's been done before. I don't know, but Oz Chris says, this episode is going to be satire on point or cringe. It's definitely leaning towards the latter from what I've seen. Jamie says, I'm really excited. Jamie says, hello there. Hello there. Sarah says, Blink was Doctor and Companion Line. It was Martha's only series. True. But at least in that sense, David wasn't doing another series. Like, Shooty was doing Sex Ed. Chris says, love you too, King. Thank you, sir. Jamie says, I think the season, including the Christmas special, has been very strong. I do think the quality is too high, if that makes sense. I have, but still enjoying it. Yeah, look, I've been really enjoying this series so far. It's funny because everyone likes Devil's Call, but I'm not a huge fan of it. But I don't mind Space Babies, which is pretty insane. I know people think I'm nuts for saying that, but I think that I can still see the faults in Space Babies. So I think so far we've had. I think so far, I don't know, we'll see, I guess. But I think so far we've had 2 great episodes in a row, hopefully 3. Rogue, I'm not really holding out much hope for because I don't like that whole Bridgerton aspect. It's just never interested me, ever, so I'm not really keen on that. But we'll see, maybe it'll be good. I think this 2 weeks of Doctor Who, this week and next week, I'm just not going to be very interested in the show, which is a bit hard because I run a Doctor Who YouTube channel. Oh, funny. Ben Thompson says, they keep talking about the great chemistry between Ncuti Gatwa and Millie Gibson, but it's a possibility 3 episodes in a row where they barely interact. 3 out of 8 episodes is crazy. That is a really, really, really good point. That is a great point. And I haven't thought about that. That's a really great point. Wow. God, I'm going to have to think about that for a while. Sorry, I'm trying to get through my messages. You guys are killing it as usual. Jeremy says, this will be either Love and Monsters level fun type battle, Sleep No More, God awful bad. I love Russell. I really do. I've always said this, if I see him in person, I'm going to give him a big squishy hug, if he allows me to. But but I just think sometimes you just gotta let some things go. And I think maybe this is just one of those things you should let go. I'm not gonna say anything before you stop me, but I have heard the twist of this episode that was going around Twitter. And without spoiling anything, if they do that, I would be interested to see how they handle it, but I think it could be quite dicey if they decide to do it. Either way, Am says hope for next season will be bangers only. I feel that's how we feel with every series. I mean, I've certainly been thinking that since Series 1, 2005, when I sat down to watch Rose. I hope it's bangers, you know. Jamie Owen Smith says, I'm not looking forward to this episode so much. I think I'm gonna want to skip it and just watch your review. Hey, whatever floats your boat. Isn't that crazy? Like these days, like you can just like skip episodes and just watch reviews. Whatever floats your boat, you know. Sarah says no. David and Freeman were filming a different episode. They were filming. Were they filming when Blink was being done? They were filming Utopia. They were filming the final, I think. Jeremy says, have you showed your fam any other episodes? No. I wish, man. I've been trying to pen up us watching Boom. I think, to be completely honest with you, if I'm gonna be completely honest, I think episode 1 and 2 kind of took it out. I think it kind of destroyed the hype. I hate to say it. I think it kind of destroyed the hype for them. It's funny. I have tried to talk about us, and I do want to watch this series with them. I just think like even episodes like Boom and 73 Yards, I can understand maybe a regular audience member of Doctor Who not really enjoying. I can understand it. For someone like me, and I presume you guys watching, you know, we love that kind of stuff, but I can understand why maybe people don't like it. I know they weren't too keen on the first 3 episodes, which was just honestly like it just sucked. Like it sucked to sit through. It felt like I was kind of just forcing them to watch it. I'm not there to do that. I do plan on me and my mum watched all of Sherlock together, and that's obviously co-written by Stephen Moffat, and you know she knows Stephen and loves his episodes. So I do want to sit down and watch Boom with her. I just think it will really hurt me if I just don't like it, because I think it's such a great episode. But look, I can't be that much of a pansy about it. I know I've just got to be like, let's just watch it, but it's hard. I mean, there's a 2-year-old in our house. My sister's baby lives here. My nephew lives here. So there's a 2-year-old in the house, and you know, my dad's 65. Like he's tired. When it comes to us actually sitting down watching an episode, it's not easy. It's hard to get us all sat down together. I wish it was easier, but you know, I do plan on watching the whole series with them. I would honestly love to hear theories about like 73 yards and stuff, but yeah, it sucks, man. I really do wish we all, because we watched all the 60th together. That was only 3 weeks, you know. And then we watched the Church on Ruby Road, and we watched Space Babies and Devil's Cord. I do want to finish it with them, but sometimes you just hear. It's hard to watch it with your family because you're like, oh shit, like, yeah, this is what I do my show on. This is what I do a podcast on. You know, I get it. I get why they might look at you a bit sideways and be like, is this really what they do with the Disney deal? Like, I understand why. That's what they were saying mostly. Like, you know, is this what they're doing with the Disney deal? And I didn't know what to say. I was like, I guess so. But I think what I did say was like, look, the series isn't over yet. We'll let Russell cook, is what I said. We'll let Russell cook. And it's series 1. It's 2 episodes in. It can have a bit of a shaky start. Anyway, I'm behind your questions. Let me take a sip of my alcoholic beverage. Which I'm not gonna have a lot tonight because I have work tomorrow, as I keep saying. Insane. Working on a Saturday? What am I, nuts? Anyway, I'm behind the questions. I'm going to get some more. Sarah says, like in Series 4, Midnight and Turn Left were filmed simultaneously as there were only each in 2 scenes. That's true. Jamie Owen Swift says, no, I completely agree with you. Space Boat is a lot better than Devil's Cord. You're not alone on that. Hey, man, my boy Jamie, you're out there. I see you. I hear ya. There ain't a lot of us. Oh, God. Ben Thompson says, I've enjoyed every episode, but the main series arc needs to ramp up now and become more prominent. Feels like the hints to the bigger story are stuck at the same place and there's no progression. Yeah, it does just kind of feel like, you know, Susan Twist and the snow and, you know, Mrs. Flood walked up again and we don't really know what the hell's going on there, but I get that. Jamie says, I think they could get away of recasting Captain Jack just because it technically is season 1. I guess we'll see next week with Rogue. Oh, God. To be fair, I'm happy to see Jonathan Groff rock up every series. I'm not like a Bridgerton fan by any means, but I know people love him. And I know he's a cracking actor. I did see him in a film, Knock at the Cabin, I think it was called, that M. Night Shyamalan film, and he's really good. And I have seen him in clips in Hamilton. Is it Hamilton? Yeah, I've seen him in like Hamilton and stuff. And you know, I ain't a musical kind of guy. I ain't like a play kind of guy. Is it Hamilton? I think it is. He seems good in it, you know. Jacob says, as long as it's marginally better than Space Boats, I'll be happy. Get the last start out of the way so the rest of the season can bang. Yeah, hopefully next week is good. I think it needs to be. I mean, it's a guest writer as well, so I really hope they're not just delivering a dud. My family never bothers to rewatch episodes, but we are still watching them. That's great, Sarah. Like, yeah, I'm still waiting for them to spot Susan Twist. That's what I mean. I think it's cool that you can, like, we know that kind of stupid shit, but they don't. And look, I really do want to watch it with them. I just don't know if it'll happen. Maybe I don't expect them to love it as much as me, and I never would. But I would just like to watch it with them. All right, sorry. In my house, I give my wife a rundown, some stages over the weekend, and I show her my highlights of the episode. That's cool. I get that. Not everyone wants to watch it, and that's fine. I know it's hard to comprehend. I completely understand that, but Sarah says, I think this series has been quite good. As sum up every different type of Doctor Who episodes, it's covered all genres. I agree. I kind of hate when it's like, oh, they're changing the genre of the week. I think that's kind of cool. I think it's refreshing, you know. Like this week's completely different from last week, and it's as much as I don't really like the idea of this week's episode, I think it's going to be kind of fun. Adam says Mrs. Wilmus thinks Shooty is great. Yeah, that is one thing. Even hi Michaela, how you going? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Much love. My dad, who's like the biggest David Tennant simp ever, is he said that new Doctor, he's brilliant. He said he deserves an Oscar, which you can't win for TV shows, just quietly. But he didn't know that, and he said he should get an Oscar. So there you go. Sarah says, I don't want Jonathan Groff to be Jack, but I don't mind him being a Jack role. I agree. I think he should be a time agent of some sorts that shows up every series. I ain't mad about that. John Barrowman had his chance to prove himself and was disrespectful. So there you go. Sorry, folks. I didn't want to believe it either, but I'm sorry to say it is most probably true. John Barrowman is a bit of a knob, and that's not a pun. Jamie says, when do you think Doctor Who peaked in writing? Wait, When do you think Doctor Who peaked in writing twists and just how it was shot? I'm saying series 3 personally, but series 5 is a close second. Jeez, I think there was a point in time when season 4 was in its last half where it's on record, it got like the most views Doctor Who's ever gone. There was just banger after banger. It had the Library two-parter, it had Midnight, then Turn Left, then Stolen Earth, then Journey's End. And I think that's the peak. I don't think it will get bigger than that. I know Russell's out here saying that the season 1 final was bigger than what? Season 4? Yeah, he said season 1 final is bigger than season 4, which I think is a load of shit. I don't believe that, but you know. Yeah, I think that's when it peaked. Sorry, I'm so behind on questions. My God. ST said, I guess Ruby noticed Susan and forgot, but it seems like she still had a few memories from the timeline, so maybe she'll recognize her next time. Fingers crossed. Here's the thing. We don't know about how they've messed with, like, you know, the timeline with these episodes. Like, you know, we've been saying since they got that Devil's Core didn't seem like it fit, as episode 2. So, it's hard to hear Ruby be like, oh, do I know you? And we instantly think, is she referring to the fact that we know that they've kind of seen each other face to face in Boom? But who knows how they were planning on putting out these episodes? I don't know. It's all a bit all over the place. He can get an NTL or BAFTA. He can. I'll let my dad know that. Jamie says, my family have given up on the show. Does that break my heart a bit? Yeah, sure. Even I wanted to give up. I think I've been watching it for nearly 20 years. I don't think I'll ever give up, but I've definitely felt the dark days, that's for sure. Not excited for this on the next episode at all, says Tony Chi. What a name. Moffat can do a long series twist better than Russell. Yes, he can. Jamie says, I want Torchwood to come back with series 5 of Rex and Jack and Gwen. Jesus. And even an Owen reprisal. Christ, just bring out the whole team while they're at it. Yeah, I think Torch was kind of Dunsky. I think it kind of had its day. But I do want something like it. Ben says, was it season 7 where Moffat tried to do a standalone blockbuster episodes? Yeah, it was. RTD is definitely doing that far better with like more rise, but I guess he needed to get season 1 done quick. Yeah, Ben, that's a really good point. Yeah, season 7 was when Moffat was trying to do the, he called it like a blockbuster a week, yeah, like a movie. Alright, Mum, thanks. Yeah, like a movie a week, basically, a movie a week. Yeah, I think Russell's doing a much better job. I don't really love season 7, even though it was the 50th. It was like the 50th season, you know, the 50th anniversary season, not the 50th season. We're on season the 39 or 40. We're on. I think we're on 39. Doctor Who peaked in closing time with James Corden. Nargle, aren't you the guy who asked for that Strax soundbite? Doctor Who peaked in closing time, James Corden. Sure, keep dreaming, buddy. Makaya says, I don't think anything can be better than season 4, but I probably actually like 73 Yards better, or at least the same than season 4 episodes. Yeah, 73 Yards, I love it. I might watch it before I go to bed tonight because I'm that much of a loser. I've been watching Seinfeld at the moment for the first time because I watched all of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and Larry David co-created and co-wrote Seinfeld, so I watched all of Curb, and now I'm watching Seinfeld. Yeah, I am the Mr. Holmes guy. I'm also a listener from Spain. Lots of love. Oh, thank you so much, man. Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. Yeah, we love you guys. We love you. Thank you for joining me on a Saturday night. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna crack open another alcoholic beverage. Why not? I've got work tomorrow, but I'm only having a couple, folks. You know how it be on a Friday night. Sometimes it's so hard to keep up with all your chats because you're killing it, and I really appreciate it. But there's only one of me, so please, thank you. Keep sending them, but remember, there's only one of me. I'm gonna move this closer. Oh shit. Okay. I think nothing's turned off. I hope not. She said she'd been to Wales 3 times, but I think it's more like a dream. Yeah, is that in reference to 73 yards? Maybe, but she did remember it. Do you think that we'll ever get Eccleston back, or do you think his time will always be a bittersweet? I think bittersweet, unfortunately. I'd love to see him back. He said he'd come back for the 100th, didn't he? But I think he'll be, with respect, passed on by then. Unit instead of Torchwood is the obvious one. Yeah, Unit should come in. I don't know what's happening with the spin-offs. I don't know if there's any behind the scenes issues. I think we should have gotten a confirmation by now or something. I don't know if there's any behind the scenes shit going on. I don't know. But I think we really should have, to fill the blanks between seasons, a spin-off. For God's sake. What have I got to beg? Jamie says, was wondering, but doesn't the series have to end with Baker as the curator? Don't want to be that guy, but they shouldn't have filmed like Now for the Future. I think I'll tell you what, if I had watched the 50th and seen Tom Baker, if this was 2013, I would have said yes. Now, after watching Chibnall decide whatever he wants to do with the Doctor's timeline, I'm going to say no. We heard her. What did she say? Says Sarah. Are you talking about the woman? I think they confirm it on the Unleashed episode. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. Jesus, there's so many. You guys are killing it. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get through all of them. You're very sweet. You're very special. Jeremy says, I wish we had more episodes with just Judy and Millie. I think they needed more episodes to establish their dynamic before they bring another companion next season. I completely agree. I hate the idea that this is going to be the last of the just them two. And I'm keen for Verada, I think I'm saying that right. I'm keeping her to come in, but her character in Boom was just so annoying, and I know that's not actually her. She's not going to be playing that same character, but I don't know. I think especially since we're getting 2 episodes of just one's Doctor Light and one's Doctor and Companion Light. It's like, are we just going to see the Doctor and Millie, that Shooty and Millie interact through screens? This is not why I tune into Doctor Who. I tune in Doctor Who for episodes like Boom and 73 Yards, god damn it. Will says, what's this episode about? Listen, Will, your guess is as good as mine. McKay says I might rewatch it for the 3rd time tonight. That's like me. Awesome. Jamie says, could be cool if they did a Torchwood Pete's World show with half-human Doctor and Rose. Would be a good way to bring back Torchwood in a different way. That would be pretty cool, because I'm sure Torchwood is still rocking well. Would be good to keep the Tennant-verse in the universe. That would be awesome. Sarah says, I haven't rewatched Boom yet. Sarah, are you insane? Mind you, she says, I edited so many clips from it, I think I've seen it 3 times. Sarah, come on. My internet dropped out for 5 minutes, so I have no idea if you answered that, says Sarah. That's okay. Maybe Disney haven't signed off on spin-offs yet. I have heard that. It just kind of sucks because I feel like we're going to have to wait for Christmas and then Series 2. And I'm an impatient man. This is why I can never fish. I'm impatient. Jacob, my old pal, Jacob and I go way, way back. One of the first listeners of the podcast, one of our first supporters, says, Seinfeld is great. Just don't look up too much about that guy that plays Kramer. Yes, I am aware. I was wearing a Kramer shirt last week on the live stream. I am aware of the Comedy Store, the Comedy Lounge, the Laugh Factory. What was it? The Laugh Factory. Was it Michael Richards? Yeah, Michael Richards. Yeah, Yeah, it sucks. He was bombing and shouted the N word a ton of times. It sucks. It's horrible, and it's so crazy. Like, this is before like phones were a thing, and I generally just think like the owners of the club were recording it on like a camcorder, and they sold it like TMZ. But yeah, he was spouting the N word. Yeah, it's awful. He's like apologized profusely though, and he hasn't done stand up since. I think like, yeah, it's sad. It's sad. But he's so good in Seinfeld. Everyone's so good in Seinfeld. Yeah, I just started season 4 yesterday, so I got a while to go. I think there's what, 9 seasons, 8. Either way. Ben says if the doctor is on a webcam the whole time, at least he won't be stepping on something by accident this time. Separate note. Only person I want back is Gwen. That dynamic would be fun. I think we'll see Gwen again. I think Russell's got a good couple years in him planned to do some stuff. The woman in 73 Hours actually said, don't you think she looks tired? Yeah. Oh, God. Chris, the only spin-off I need is a Sleep No More series. Well, shit. Sarah says, no, I meant your mum shouting at you. Oh, what did you say? We heard her. What did she say? I think my mum said, I'm going to bed because I got to be up early. Well, me too, Mum. Have I mentioned I'm working tomorrow? Have I said that yet? I want to say that I listen to your watch alongs and reviews podcast while I work. Gets me through the long days. You guys are great. Well, thank you so much. That's so sweet. That's very, very kind. Thank you. That's why I do it. Thank you. Oh, I love reading stuff like that. You guys really make my day. Thank you so much. Give me Tales of Gallifrey as a spin-off. Yeah, we all want spin-offs, don't we? You've only mentioned you're working tomorrow about 100 times, says Sarah. Sarah, you always call me out. Thank you for that. I don't want to work, Sarah. I'm going to be honest. I don't want to work. It's my Saturday. Do you know what? It's WA Day on Monday, so it's West Australia Day. So I've got the Monday off. It's a bank holiday. But technically, because I'm working tomorrow, Doug's in the chat. What's up, my man? Because it's a bank holiday or a public holiday, we get Monday off. But that also means I'm working tomorrow, so technically I got like Saturday night, Sunday, and that's it. So it's not like I've got a long holiday, a long weekend. Sorry. Awful bank holiday, my ass. Doctor Who spin-offs starring the 14th Doctor, Strax, Steve Zoloff, and some characters from Class sharing a flat. You know what? I tune in every week. I'd laugh every week. That's a boom quote for you. Bring Torture back, but have the face of Bobby and Tortured Hub instead of Jack Lowell. Jeremy, you crazy clown. Will says, do you plan on going to Wellington, New Zealand for the Doctor Who exhibit? I saw that today when I was at the pub. I am not going to go to New Zealand, but I would love to because I hear it's absolutely beautiful. Chris says, I was talking to a friend about this. I think having a shorter series was a bad decision. We get episodes shuffled around and filler episodes. Yeah. And look, it could just be a season 1 thing, but still, it's like, this series is meant to prove something, and I guess we won't be able to tell if it really made an impact for a while. I don't think I've seen anyone out of the ordinary watching Doctor Who. I think it's a very niche show. Hate to say it. I'm not calling you guys niche, but I'm certainly calling myself niche. I made an entire series of Moffatisms and boom with clips, the previous references, so I spent a long time watching the episode for that. That's awesome. That's really great. I've lost my place. Jamie says, Russell has said we will never see Tenet again. Isn't he just living a life of? Isn't he just living a life on Earth? Sure, he will. Listen, I don't understand why the Doctor has a separate doppelganger on Earth. I don't understand why he would do it without bringing him back for some reason. There's something going on. I can't answer what that is, but something's going on. Can you answer this though, says Sarah. Is there a copyright issue with the Trickster, as I know the guy who wrote him won't return, but copyright only works like that in Classic, right? You were referring to Gareth Roberts, who is a transphobe. I don't know, because it was a spin-off, but it's also connected to Doctor Who. I don't know. Please DM Russell. He might reply. He's on Instagram a lot. He viewed one of my stories on Instagram on 50 Doctor one time. Boy, did I cheer all night. Jamie said, "Would you want a Time War series? That would be fun." Oh, I'd love that. Love that. Sarah said, "You've already mentioned you're going to work tomorrow about 100 times." Yeah, I already read that. Thank you, Sarah. Cheers. No toilet break yet, says Doug. Yeah, I'll be going soon. Don't worry. Michaela says, I'm actually really looking forward to Dot and Bubble. I'm not sure if it's because the 60s song in the preview. That's true. Because I love the aesthetic of it, because it reminds me of one of Nosedive. Nosedive. I know that episode. Nosedive Black Mirror. I know. Nosedive's an episode. Yes. With Howard. What's the last name? Howard. It's Ron Howard's daughter. Jesus Christ. Cast. Bryce Dallas Howard. Yeah. Also, in Bandersnatch, the game that Will Poulter's working on is called Nosedive. Nepo baby. Yes, she is a Nepo baby, Jeremy. Good on ya. Beat me to it. I think Disney is on for 2 series. Yeah, they did. Hoping to see how season 1 does, so they'll agree to season 3 and spin off if it does well. I hope so. Doctor Who is a very niche show. I won't be surprised if it doesn't get picked up, but I hope they just keep it on, because look, people like us surely watch every week, you know? Come on. Jamie says, I think the Trickster can easily be added to the show. I don't think there would be copyright issues. Neither do I. I hope so. Who knows? Who knows? God, I'm so behind on chats. We haven't heard him weeing yet, says Sarah. Thank you. Cheers. Canal. Jeremy added Michaela. I've watched the preview so many times. The song is so catchy, and the whole thing just seems like silly fun. It does seem like silly fun. Look, I'm not trying to be. I ain't trying to be like Scrooge. I'm keen for some silly fun. We'll see how it goes. Do you know what I really want to do? Catch up with the chat so I can just keep up with it. Do you think we'll see characters like Luke, Smith, Sky, and Jenny? Maybe not anytime soon. I really hope Luke returns at some point. Yeah, me too. By the way, is Jack human, or is he part-time? I just wondered why the Doctor thought he was alone when he had Jack. Is Jack Harkness human? I think he's just fucked up with Time Lord energy. Is it wrong? I think tomorrow's episode might be crap. Another Dr. Light show. Then Road next week, not happy. Doug, you sound just like me. Will says, Sarah Glover, Doctor Who magazine said Disney signed 2 series, but Russell's writing a 3rd anyway. Yeah, Russell's just writing away. He's like, listen, they love it that much. I'm going to do season 3. And good on him. Oh my god, I can't keep up with you all. I can't. Oz Chris, you know what? I hate to do this, but I'm gonna. No, I won't do that. I was gonna skip some questions or some replies. I won't do that. Sarah says, I realised yesterday the 2 suspected final villains are ones that Sarah Jane is the only companion to encounter either of them. Wow, that's true. Oz Chris, it's funny how much they wanted to push this as a new era and a fresh start, calling season one and only one talking about it, watching is it us. Yeah, that's so true. Mikhail says one of the Black Mirror episodes. Sorry, I just woke up, can't type. That's okay, Mikhail, no worries. I've been up for a while too. Um, you know what? You know what? I'm just gonna not reply to any messages until a new one pops up. How about that? I can't keep up with it. I'm sorry. It's too much. It's too much. Me and Sarah got the same idea. Sorry, everybody. I can't keep up with it. Disney's so happy with RTD and that. Doug, you on that hater shit? Doug says Disney's not happy with RTD, and that if there is a series of three, they want a new showrunner. They won't sack him. Maybe make him producer. I kind of hope it's true. Look, we can sit here till the cars come home about if maybe RTD is fucking up the Disney deal. But you know what? We'll live and learn. Look, I've been a Doctor Who fan for nearly 20 years. All right, I've kind of been through it all. Nothing really surprises me anymore. If we lose the Disney deal, we'll rebuild. We'll rebuild. When this channel blows up, and it will, you're going to struggle with all the chat. Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you. You're too sweet. Thank you. Sorry, I try to give you guys all the dues that you're worth. Sarah says, I think Moffat or someone needs to be a producer or something. Anyway, someone can say no to Russell, which does for any other scripts. I agree. Doug says, not a hater, just shit, my fucking computer just crashed. Bring it back up. Cool. Not a hater, just concerned. I love Doctor Who. We have been, so if you ask, I'm happy. Doug, stop being a hater. Doug is one of my favorite viewers. I love Doug. Okay, you know what? Come on. We've been going for 40 minutes now. I need to go to the toilet. Can you not blame me? Okay? And, do you know what I should do? I got a great idea. Doug and your dad would get on well. Yeah. They've chatted in the comment on a live stream. I think it was Wild Blue Yonder one time. I was 67 on Wednesday. Well, happy birthday, Doug. That's incredible. All right, let me look. Hang on, ready? What should we put? Royalty-free happy music. How about that? Oh, how about royalty-free? Enough of the water emojis. Royalty-free elevator music. How about that? No more water emojis. I'm putting on elevator music, so even though you can't hear anything, I'm playing it in the background anyway. Whatever, who cares? All right, is this gonna work? I don't know. Wait, you can't hear anything, but enough water emojis. Okay, let's see. What's this sound like? Okay. It's funny, this got me claimed on my other podcasts, but it might be quiet enough not to get me claimed. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright. Pack it in, you all. I come with my cat, Rusty. This is my beautiful boy. He's... Are you 15 or 16, Rusty? I think you're 15. We've been calling him 15 for about 3 years now. This is my Rusty. He's my baby. Alright, you can go down. He's so sweet. He sleeps on my bed every night. He's the cutest little boy. There you go. He's going on my bed now. Go on, Rusty. Go have a good sleep. He's so sweet. I'm a cat man. Okay, what can I say? If he's back too quick, okay. Is there still a noise? Everyone loves the cat. Yeah, he's so beautiful. I think he's 15. We forget. Yeah, he's been my best friend for years. Love him so much. Okay. Let me catch up on all the chat. Yeah. The fuck? Alright. I'm just reading. I'm just seeing all these toilet emojis, little shits. He's got devil eyes on the camera. Who, Rusty? Always. Happy birthday again, Doug. 67. Love you, mate. Thank you so much. There's 18 of us now. If there's more you're gone, it means at least one person's arrived and thinks we're all looking at an empty room. Yeah, probably. How about some non-royalty free music? Nothing bad would ever happen. True. Happy birthday. Turn the sound off. That would totally get stuck in my head. Just play I Am the Doctor or something, can still hear it even though there's music. No second. For a split second I thought that was a bong in the background. There has been no bongs in the background. It sounded like there was a bong in the background? Are you crazy? The walls are so thin. There is still a noise. I love we all gather on a Friday night to watch an empty bedroom stream. I don't think he did wash his hands. Ha 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 ha. Great. I've met cat people who are nothing like them. 10. Fantastic. You don't want to read the chat. Great. Is that the same cat from Fieldhead? We hear random noise on this stream all the time. You don't believe us. Look, I went back. I think it was the next day, and if you move the camera left, there's a tennis racket, and it looks like a bong. What, this? This? What? If you move the camera left, to your left, this left? Or do you mean my right? Is it my right? Further over? This way? This? This is a suitcase. Say yes or no. Get out of the way. Okay. Behind you. Behind me. Oh, this? This is a fucking... This is an umbrella. This? Is that what you think I'm talking about? I don't know. Is this it? Is this it? Jeremy, please tell me. Is this what you think I'm talking about? I don't know. What else could be a bong? It was that, but the bed knob in front of it. Yeah. Oh, I got a good story about this. I was out in Perth City. The bedpost was like at the bottom of a bong. Does it? Maybe it does. I wouldn't know anything about that. I went out one night in Perth City, and you can do the task for this. There's always a twist at the end. Yeah, I can. I went out in Perth City, and I got like. Normally, I'm good with when I'm in the city, like especially, I can kind of like, you know, keep track of how much I'm drinking because I know I need to catch the train home or an Uber, and I don't like to get into Ubers or trains like super drunk because I have like an anxiety of throwing up. Anyway, one night I just drank way too much, and I was like a birthday party, and I wandered off from the group. I went down a weird rabbit hole. But anyway, I was like, look, I need to go home. I started hiccuping. That's how I know I've had too much. And I was walking down a strange dark alley, and this couple appeared. like 2 different couples, and they're like, "Hey, we have a spare umbrella. Do you want it?" And I was like, fuck it, why not? It was winter, so I took it, and I was like, "Thanks, guys, much love." And my mum woke me up next day. She was like, "Why is there an umbrella in the front room?" I was like, "Well, that is from me. My drunk shenanigans in Perth City." And there might be some drunk shenanigans happening in September in Adelaide. Is that where we're going again? I don't know. Asphetric. I don't know how to say that. Science girl. Asephric. I don't know. I'm just a man. I don't know what to say. It's the Springfield. Dude. This costs so much money. I got this and the Black Simpsons jumper, and I got a shirt, and it cost like $400. It was ridiculous. It's from Levi's, for some reason. Okay, people went from not saying anything to sending like 4 fucking messages at once. So I'm gonna get to all of them. Great. I did it on. Jeremy said, "Well, I did it on Afterpay." What do you think would have played a good master against Matt Smith? Who do you think? Sorry. Who played James Moriarty? The bloke who's now famous for some reason. No, I shouldn't say that. For some reason, he's a good actor. Andrew Scott. But I feel like that'd be so wanky because. Sorry, I shouldn't say why is he famous. He's actually really great. Sorry, I'm just being a dick. I think he'd been great. Sarah says, "Who else is going to go to this Aussie Who Trips thing in September? You two, Crispy, Josh. Who else?" As far as I'm aware, that's it. As far as I'm aware, it's not my event to invite people to. I should say that. I do really want to meet Oz Chris one day. I don't know if he's still watching, but I do really want to meet him one day. He's just a cool guy. I love his channel. I really do. Matt Smith has said he'd like to come back as the master. Yeah. Matt Smith coming back to Doctor Who, they have to pay him too much. He's on the HBO show now. Great stream, love the Ginger Cat. Did you mention what the cat's name is? That's Rusty. We've got 4 cats: Rusty, Pepper, Daisy, and Fenton. Crazy. Sarah at Will said Rusty, yeah. $400 does. Yeah, it did cost me that. You told us to stop talking about your room. Did I? It should have been someone mature. Hulock was the big thing at the time, so I'm sure you're not the only one who's thinking that. Oh god, I remember that shit. Chris is watching. So we need to get on the drinks. Yeah, Chrissy, look, if you ever come to Perth, you got a place to stay. That's all I'll say. In the spare room, to clarify, before anyone says anything. I choose the most difficult name to pronounce. It's like aesthetic, but trick on the end. Okay, aesthetric. Okay, so sorry. Sarah says, "I would love that to be a plot twist of the anniversary. I can't talk tonight. Yeah, I should tilt the camera down so we can see the cat more. I would do that, but my bed's kind of messy. I'll try. Hang on, let me. There. There you go. All right, you've got the rusty cam as well. Hang on, let me move over here a little bit. All right, Rusty, you're on the. Let me get my pillows out of the way. All right, you got the rusty cam. I've visited Perth before, so who knows us, Chris? Cool. Let me get the. Sorry, Ross. There you go. The rusty cam. Your mum will shout, "Make your bed." Look, I jump out of my bed. I'm single. I don't have anyone to make my bed for. It's just for me. And how do I like my bed? Not made. I just spilled down me. Oh, little legend. There he is. Ross. He's getting old, bless him. He's a bit, yeah. I think he's 15 or 16. He's just, I love how you guys want the Rusty cam. Rusty, you're live. What do you think? Huh? He's a good boy. Do you have some pets, plants, things named after Doctor Who? I'm curious. I want to name our gerbil rats, but parents never allowed it, so I named my succulents after Doctor Who. Am I nuts? I don't know what that is. A succulent? God. Oh, let me get that. Maybe I should sit a little here. Is that too far down now? I feel like I didn't plan this live stream to be a Rusty camera. I feel like you're gonna have to deal with my top part being off. I remember when I was a kid, my mum named our goldfish Robbie Williams because she loved Robbie Williams and still does actually. And one day the goldfish died, and I went up to my mum and I said, "Mum, Robbie Williams is dead," and she thought I was actually talking about the singer, not the goldfish, and she started to have a bit of a panic, and then found out it was just the goldfish, and then was still upset, but not as upset as the singer Robbie Williams being dead. I was blocking Rusty, wasn't I? Well, I would have gone over a little bit. The Rusty cam. Rusty, what are your thoughts on Dot and Bubble? Let's see if we can get him to move. Closest thing I have is a cat named Harry, I guess after Harry Sullivan. Come on, Ross. Ross, come on. Come on. Come on. Once he sat down and made his mind up, that's about it. Succulents are plants that usually retain water, like cacti. That's the issue of using real names. You have to put a punt in like Robbie Williams. I like that. I like that. You guys all send messages at once. Rusty, Rusty, Rusty. Rusty, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Rust. Hey, he's moving. Rusty, Rusty, Rusty. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Hey, the Rusty chat. They love you, Rusty. He's old, bless him. He's an old man. He's getting on a bit. I got him when I think I was 12. I'm 25 now, so. He wants to sleep. Get out of his room. Yeah. He's an old man now, bless him. What was the episode that got you into Doctor Who? For me, it was Christmas, and David had to sword fight in his PJs. Well, I've personally been watching. We stand a senior cat, absolutely. I've personally been watching since Rose aired in 2005. I'm one of those guys, I'm afraid. I think it would be We're All Stories in the End. Mickey being eaten by a dustbin. R in the chat's for Rusty. I'm going to put R. There you go. Rusty's a king. Aren't you, chicken? He's so sweet, bless him. I love him. He feels like he's been my best friend for like so long. I hate being this close to the camera. Oh, you guys are so sweet putting the R's. You're so sweet. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. You see that, Rusty? That's for you. Look how they shine for you. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you. Should I leave you folks? I don't know. Are we done? Anything else you guys want to ask or talk about? We need Rusty every Friday. I'll see where he's at. Sometimes he goes off wandering. He's still, to be fair, stream co-host. To be fair, Rusty, for his age, he still goes out. Like he still likes to socialize and stuff. Like he doesn't, he sleeps quite a lot, but he's not too bad. Do you guys want to hit the 50% part of the show, or just leave the camera on Rusty and play ABA music? That'd be great. Do you have any upcoming episodes will be better than the ones we've already got? Hopefully the final, I hope. Do you want to do the 50% part at the end where you guys ask random questions and then we'll leave it? Because I don't know if you know this, Sarah, but I've got work tomorrow. I'm going to crack open another, probably my last alcoholic beverage for tonight because I've got work tomorrow. What do you think, Rusty? Good. God, I hate this camera. I feel like I'm just like this. Good thing no one really watches these. Would you swap bodies with Rusty for a day if you could? Hell yeah, why not? I'd go sneak into people's gardens. To be fair, he doesn't really do that anymore. He used to. I got work tomorrow too, rip. Chris, I'm not going to say the place you work because I don't know if it's a secret, but I would love to go through there one day. God, everyone sent messages at the same time again. I'm thinking about watching The Sopranos, says Jeremy, but there's rumours of a 4K release. Do you think it's worth waiting, or should you start watching? Here's the thing. Sopranos, for many, 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 many years, and I watched Breaking Bad when it was airing, I would say Breaking Bad is the greatest TV show of all time. And then I watched The Sopranos, which came out before Breaking Bad, if you didn't know. And Sopranos, before Sopranos, there had never been a protagonist that was bad that you could root for. And I just think Sopranos has stuck with me. Because I'm older, I think it's stuck with me on a different level. And I just absolutely love it. I think it's incredible. Yeah?
You did this when you're ready.
Thank you. I'm just live right now.
I know, I did say can I watch up to you, but you didn't answer.
Did you?
No.
Oh, shit. Did you hear that? We could have watched Boom. Sorry, I was live. We could have watched Boom. Did you hear that, guys? Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, I see, says Sarah. Yeah, he has got the laser eyes, hasn't he? Rusty, you got laser eyes. Yeah, Sopranos is just amazing. Amazing. You got work tomorrow, you haven't mentioned it. You got work tomorrow on a Saturday. I don't normally work Saturdays, but the guy I work with needed help and I said, fine, I'll help you. Final thoughts on season 1, flop of success so far? Oof. I'd probably lean into more of a flop, but I want it to be a success. We'll see. And I say that as a guy who wants it to be a success. Doug says, I'm looking forward to the final. I bet we don't get answers for all the mysterious stuff. We'll get a few answers, I'm sure, more questions. That reasoning... Wait, my thing's tripping out a little bit. That reasoning was strategically specific, says Michaela. I don't remember what you're talking about. That's okay. Would you rather Primeval Season 6 or Tortured Season 5? That's a correct answer. I'd say Tortured Season 5. I like Primeval, but I'm not in a rush for it to come back. Rossi next season companion. Why not? Would you like to be a cat for a day? Oh, I see. The reason was strategically specific. Yeah, look, like Neighbours Gardens, why not? I kill for a Primeval to come back. Oh, you guys are awesome, thank you. Rossi has to be a full series review podcast. Oh, I see. Yeah. Rossi, what do you think? You keen for that? He's getting old. I'm so sad about that. I wish pets lived forever, don't you, folks? But you guys are killing it tonight. I feel like I'm wasting your time a little bit, though, and I never want to do that. I'm going to end the stream, unless you have any last-minute questions, like Jamie just does. What do you think Ryan has declined? Why do you think Ryan has declined? I don't mean Doctor Who, but also Star Wars, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings. Not saying it's bad, just definitely not great. I think because all those shows and movies have, you know, a fan base. A lot of the time, the news shows that don't have a fan base do really well. So, you know. Michaela says, no, I love listening to your streams. What's your favorite color? I don't know. My favorite color is blue. Blue is my favorite color. I love blue. Blue's brilliant. What time is it? I don't even know what time it is. 7:40. God, I've been going for a while. It's all been done before, and there's saying blue is great. Yeah, blue is great. Sorry. Keep coming up with more questions so you can't go to bed. Look, if you want to hit the 50% side of things, I'm happy to keep chatting. I just, my mom's made a soup, and it sounds quite good, so. You guys are so sweet tuning every week. I really appreciate it. Don't know if I say it enough, but yeah, you guys really make my weeks, make my days and my weeks and my years and my months. I really appreciate it. I just feel like I'm a bit too tired to keep talking. I feel like I'm being boring. One who will take over after Russell. I think that surely Russell has a bit of a pick into that. Hopefully, I don't know. It seemed like they picked Chibnall because of the success of Broadchurch, which I think is not the right way to, you know, do things. Which meals do you like? Favorite cuisine, food? That's harder now because I've been a vegetarian for 2 years. So I do enjoy, I think Thai food is really good. It's funny, food like Thai food and Indian food are really good at vegetarian alternatives. Like Thai is really good with tofu. I went out for Indian on Tuesday and they have really good paneer dishes. And honestly, like after being vegetarian for 2 years, I really don't notice the difference and I don't mind it. I don't know. I really love Thai food and I really love Indian food. Something that's like really hot and spicy. That's what I like. And again, because I'm vegetarian, there's something with like a lot of vegetables in it. Like you need something and a meat supplement, as in like tofu or something, or paneer. I'm easy. Going for Mexican tomorrow night. That'll be fun. What next? What's the reason behind the podcast name? That's a good question. Many moons ago, the 50% Doctor Who podcast aired on my personal channel called Connor Hannum, and we were reviewing, I think, The Woman Who Fell to Earth, or it was like a pre-podcast for Woman Who Fell to Earth. And Aiden said, I think we were just saying like how we can't stay on topic, and Aiden was like, it's like the 50% Doctor Who podcast. And it's just a name that stuck. Which is pretty funny. I like the name a lot. Sarah says also there's an interesting commentary on COVID's effect on the TV and film industry. Absolutely. Jamie said, when's your Doctor Who official podcast debut? Look, I'd go on it, but I'd state my, I'd hate to say it, but I would state my terms and conditions, I guess. Like, I just be like, look, I'm gonna say my opinion. I love everyone involved. I'm not trying to be a dick. but this is what I thought. Don't get me on Dot and Bubble. And it's always just some dumbass like TikTok comedian who no one's really heard of. Is that mean to say? Sorry. Mike Flanagan should get season one. That is the Haunting of Hill House, right? Doctor Sleep, director. He's good. I didn't like. Is it the latest one they did? I just could not get into. I watched the Haunting of Hill House and Haunting of Blind Manor, and whatever the new one is. I just could not get into it. I tried. God, you guys are killing it with the chats again. I guess I'm not going. Okay. I hope he gets someone new to take over as a showrunner in the future, someone outside the revival friend group. Yeah, well, it will happen. I think that's the good thing about Doctor Who is like, the people, if you don't like a certain companion or doctor in like 5 years, they're gone. Jeremy, the NES rookie, my fave, one of my faves, I should say. I don't have favorites. Favorite Tarantino movie, he says. You know what? I know it's not going to be the one you're expecting, but I think I'm going to say my favorite Tarantino movie is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I would say best Tarantino script is Pulp Fiction. Best Tarantino movie. Ooh. Inglourious Basterds. I don't know. I think he's one of those rare directors where I just love everything that he puts out. I love Once Upon a Time in Hollywood though. I think I just had a good time watching it. It was like a perfect time in my life. Fun fact, when I was 17 when I watched Hateful Eight in the cinema, and we had to sneak in because you had to be 18. So we bought tickets to Zoolander 2, which is crazy. Zoolander 2. We bought tickets to Zoolander 2 and then just snuck into the Hateful Eight theater. I remember halfway through the movie, one of the ushers came up the stairs. You know, they just kind of like walk up and down, and I shit myself. And looking back now, I'm like, I was just like a 17-year-old kid in a movie theater. It's not like I'm in like a pub or something. But at the time, I shit myself. Not literally, but. Sarah says, during COVID, lots of productions happened rather quickly, and you couldn't work multiple jobs at once because of bubbles and isolation, etc. So lots of people got promoted a lot quicker than normal. Absolutely. Yeah, totally. Like, COVID completely messed up. Even the film industry is still... COVID created it normalized the idea if a film doesn't do good at the theater, it can be on streaming in like 6 weeks. Which is crazy. It's something we'd never seen before. I think there was like a 3-month wait for Blu-rays and DVDs. That might still be the same. But on like DOV, on demand, come on. It's crazy. It's crazy. Michaela says, yeah, I feel like Doctor Who needs someone who understands it, not just a good writer. It's different than most shows. It is. It really is. Jacob says, I think the idea of a showrunner will be outdated after Russell. Maybe we'll get a rotating team of writers moving forward instead. Yeah, I think that's fair enough. I think there's something wrong with that. I think, maybe have like a main producer, but it's hard because no matter who they choose, it's never going to fit everyone's priorities. You guys still enjoying the Rusty Cam? I hate just having my head. I hate my head just being on this little bit, but it's alright. Michaela says, I love Asian cuisine in general, but I have tons of allergies, so that's limited. I think I'd like other cuisines more if I could eat them. You got a peanut allergy, Michaela? I think is what you're referring to. I'm so behind on questions. Sarah, you guys really are killing it. Sarah said, that left a lot of vacancies lower down and people in seeing jobs far too early. They're only just catching up on those promotions. They have jobs. They now have their jobs. They now have the jobs they should by now. Great. Have you got a podcast birthday? Yes. Where 50% turns 4 in about 2 weeks, I think. We should do something. I think next year will be big because it'll be 5 years, which is crazy. I don't understand how it's been going on that long, but it has, and that's great. It just started out as a thing. I was convinced when the 50% Doctor Who podcast started that it was going to be a spectacular failure. I had no hope in it. Aidan and I's friendship had kind of demised over the years, and we hadn't really spoken for a while. And again, the original pitch for the podcast, it wasn't even a podcast. The original pitch was that we review every episode in one video. And I think at the time it would have just been what, season 1 to 11, I think, maybe, I don't know. But we were supposed to review in one video season 1 to 11 and just give like quick thoughts on it. It would have been the video would have been hours long. And then one day he said, "Fuck it, do you want to just do a podcast?" And I thought it was the most stupid, most ridiculous idea I've ever heard. I hated the idea of it. I didn't think I could do it. I wasn't very committed, and now it's probably the most incredible thing I've ever done. I'm so glad I decided to do it. I couldn't have. I thought it was going to be a complete failure. I think for the first couple of months, there were episodes we were uploading to like streaming, like on Spotify, and they were getting like 2 views. And it was it kind of just felt like, oh, why are we doing this? You know, that kind of thing. But you got to start somewhere, I suppose. I'm losing my voice, I feel like. Doug says, I want to see completely new writers and showrunners. Don't have to be fans, but must be respectful to the spirit of Doctor Who. Bring me in then. Why not? Sarah says it's too long, so it's 2 parts. No worries, Sarah. Michaela says, Mike Flanagan would be a huge win, especially if he brings his favourite actors with him. Yeah, Mike's brilliant. He's really good. Sarah says, your Boo review ended up sounding so nerdy because you had so many tiny nitpicks. I believe that was Aidan, not me. I gave it a 9. Midnight Mass is the best in my opinion. That's from Mike Flanagan. Yes. Star Trek or Star Wars? I'm going to go for Star Wars because I haven't watched Star Trek much. The only time I watched Star Trek is because a girl forced me to. I didn't think it was bad, but it's probably not my thing. I'm lost. Tanjiro has got one more film left in him and he's cancelling an idea. I guess he wants it to be perfect. Yeah, that's the film critic, isn't it? That sounded quite good. I was keen for that. In the Doctor Universe, who would you want on the pod? The Doctor, probably. And that's kind of cringe to say, but love the Clone Wars era. I did rebrand my channels for my 3rd birthday. I've still watched all of Jodie's run. I'm still yet to watch all of Jodie's run. Is it worth it? I watched like 7 episodes. Yeah, man, go ahead, do it. Like, seriously, just watch it. Like, it's, you know when it ends. Like, I think definitely watch it. There's, personally, I don't think it's great, but I think there's definitely stuff to enjoy in it, for sure. Mikhail says, I don't have a peanut allergy. That's like one of the very few things I can eat, but I'm choletic, lactose intolerant, allergic to citruses, soy, tomatoes, food coloring, some fruits. That is insane. I'm so sorry. That sounds so hard to deal with. That is crazy. What have you still not reviewed? You've only done 1 series of Sarah Jane Adventures. Guilty. Have you done all classic have you done all of Doctor Who? Have you done Torchwood or Class? So we reviewed Class. We reviewed season 1 to 3 of Torchwood. So we got Miracle Day to do for Torchwood, and we have 4 more series of Sarah Jane Adventures to do, and probably about 80% of Classic Who. We're gonna be around for a while. You can't get rid of us, no matter how hard you try, folks. Mikhail said, "There's more. Sorry, fuck, the fucking thing moves all the time, baby. You guys have been killing it with the chats. It keeps moving. Sometimes I'm sick even after these things I eat for some reason. I'm so sorry, Mikhail. That sounds so awful. I hope you're okay. I struggle being veggie. Sometimes I struggle to find things to eat. Sometimes I feel like I just eat the same things every time. It gets so boring. Skip Ultimate 55, otherwise yes, watch them all. Otherwise watch them all. No, Sarah, watch Ultimate 55. Everyone has to go through that. But I adore cooking food in general. Like my dad, Michaela, he loves cooking food too. I just mean the pod in general didn't sound like a positive review, but then you gave it high scores. Yeah, I think I think Aiden was in like, and I'm not saying like, I've had this too. I sit down, I'm not really in the mood to talk about my feelings about the episode yet, and I think Aiden was having that. So Aiden, I was whatever. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I feel like that episode. We reviewed 73 hours and it all just came out. Boom, I had very good feelings about it. Aiden, I think, was trying to process his feelings, and I was trying to help him process his feelings. That's, we had to start recording again, as you guys know, through the podcast. So, I felt embarrassed to be a fan on 11:55. Yeah, it's almost been 9 days. I might have to go to bed. Bye, Rusty, and I guess you too, Connor. Thank you. You know what? I recommend Who's There Adult 2 podcast as well. They often appear on each other's. It's co-hosted by Crispy Pro. You know what? I might go to bed. I might call it. I feel like I'm boring you guys. Oh my god. It's alright. I'd be a vegetarian if I could too. It'd be really difficult with all the allergies. That's fine. That's kind of how I look at it. I think everyone has their diet preference, and that's completely fine. I love you guys. I'm going to leave you. I love you. I will go to bed. Sorry, Sarah. Because I have to go to work tomorrow. I'm up at 6 o'clock to watch Doctor Who. So I get the review out for you guys. This is what I do. Don't go. I'm sorry, I have to. I'm sorry, I have to go. I have to eat dinner and go to bed. I'm tired. I've been up since 6. I'm going to be up at 6 again tomorrow. I love you. I'll be back next week. I promise. I'm not going anywhere. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. It really means a lot to me. You got work tomorrow? You should have said, says Sarah. Thank you. Have a good night, says Michaela. Thank you. I love you guys. You made my dream come true. I'm so fucking glad to be here. Every week. I love it. I don't like this camera angle. But look at Rusty cleaning himself. You guys like that? If you were sorry you'd stay. Alright, Jamie. Jeez. Rusty. Huh? What do you think? He's so sweet. Alright. I'm going to go cuddle Rusty and watch some Seinfeld. And eat some soup. I love you guys. You're the best. Thank you for making my dream come true. I love you guys. Till next time. I'll see you tomorrow for the review.